продолжаем проходить квест по осаде. Надо с этим, с Фейфаром поговорить. Но давайте с ним сначала попробуем поговорить.
Greetings. What do you need?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Tamburg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Еще там все уже износилось, и
There
очень
is a
давно
way
не
you could
ремонтировали.
help. Conrad Кейзер came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Кейзер?
Кейзер.
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely, it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
He was with Sigismund.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him and they're writing some book together.
What's he doing here in Sassau?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay
Ой, в прошлой
handsomely
игре
to
я
get
тоже
him.
проходил, короче, тоже
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
архитектор.
Only if all else fails.
Pillars of...
We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him.
Там еще 3
By all
книги в той
accounts, he
игре.
hates Sigismund.
All right.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
3 книги в той игре было. У меня на канале вот есть плейлист по ней отдельный и...
I'm at your
что
service.
там еще?
How are things with you?
А, ну собственно полное ее прохождение не прошел.
I've a bad feeling about all this.
How's that?
I couldn't say. I just feel it in my guts. Like when you eat something bad and you have to keep running.
A good day to you.
How are things with you? I keep saying the same thing to myself.
Про ночную вылазку, ребят, я гуглил в прохождении, ну и судя по тому, как я ее проходил, то есть там пишут, что даже сохраняться в ней нельзя, но сейчас, короче.
I praise the Divish gets the better of them cutthroats. I wouldn't want that foreign bastard lording it over us here.
No. I don't suppose anyone wants a thieving cutthroat for a lord.
В общем, в ночной вылазке, видите, заблокировали сохранение в версии 1.4.1. В версии предыдущей, ну, в предыдущих версиях, там можно было сохраняться, но после этого, короче, вся игра становилась непроходимой. То есть квест очень багнутый, он ни на что не влияет. Это вылазка, и там по-любому нельзя было, короче, их там спасти.
What do you need?
How are things with you? Don't we all?
Почему-то озвучки нет.
How are things with you?
I thank the Lord, I'm still alive and well.
So do I.
I'm honored that. I hope I can.
Ну, Конрада я потом пойду искать. Сейчас, короче, вот. Это я записал, что тут еще. Каптенармусом. Меня задамажило что-то. Зажигание хижины браконьера.
I'm at your service.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well. To tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep... Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear. And the lads too.
Пиво. Так, дайте запишу. А сотник Бернард где? Что-то он куда-то вообще... Что это за фигня? Почему он там? Сколько отметок, вся карта в отметках на D сейчас.
The Lord be praised.
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told, and my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
What flesh can be healed, perhaps, but the spirit. Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what
О,
happened.
это я знаю, это отец
And then
Богута.
there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Самый такой
Godwin. But why would you
персонаж.
need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
Сейчас Сейчас запишу. Так, на F углежоги, да? Ой, а что-то я ему, кстати, не сообщил. Я на птачку тогда, когда ночную вылазку проходил, там какой-то диалог с ним.
I went to parley with Wolflin.
So how did that?
I convinced him to take his gang.
Really? I knew you were no fool, but that's something else. You're a born diplomat. Don't be so modest.
I hope I can be of help.
I'm looking for some pitch for town.
Already? What happened to the last lot we supplied?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you have any, or don't you?
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while since he showed his face. What do you need?
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so we're laying siege to it. We could use some pitch.
Christ's blood. I hadn't heard the news. All right, it's all yours. You gave us a hand with that ginger when we needed it, and if it's for Sir Divish, I know my duty. If you want to haul it away yourself, feel free. Or I can get some...
Thank you. God bless.
God save you, good...
Good day, Henry.
Andrew, there's no more beer in Talmberg, and the soldiers are starting to grumble. Can't you send some there?
I could, but there's nothing in it for me.
Just as a matter of interest, who do you pay your taxes to?
You're saying I should be paying the Talmberg told Sir Divish? When Sir Havel of Waldeck was the master here, I managed to wriggle out of it. Nobody's come.
Вообще, блин, ну другого бы и корчмаря взял, но, наверное, по квесту так задумаю, что у него. Напишите в комментах, если можно у другого корчмаря пиво
I
взять.
imagine he might want to collect it in the form of beer.
When you put it like that, I have got a few kegs I could send over. I won't lose out too much. They'd only spoil if I kept them longer, and I'd have to throw them away.
Just remember, if you poison them, they'll hang you for it.
Those soldiers drink it up long before it has time to go off. And what's more, what with all that I'll have them loaded up right away and taken there. And give their lordships my regards. Tell them I'm sending my best beer as a gift. Why the devil shouldn't I get some?
What do you think about...
What do I think? That as long as decent people can live in peace, I can talk my way out of paying taxes.
Ну, понятно, я пофиг.
Well, this new lord never forgets a man who fails to pay him a single groschen. And the poor probably go straight to the...
That's terrible news, especially for us poor folk. I hope you'll drive him out
сразу
here so
изменился.
fast he'll shit himself.
People usually shit themselves when that happens.
All to the good. A nice bit of manure and everything.
Чему он там обучает будет паром? Ну-ка, мясо у него можно купить? Так, еды. Вот, 23, да, мясо можно купить, отлично. Так, что бы еще-то? Подожди, а с пивом что, я же вроде договорился. Я же договорился. Или мне надо его купить? Ну-ка, обновиться что-то. Здесь есть корчма? Везде есть корчма, да? Я лучше сюда съезжу, может здесь сразу священник. Блин, ненавижу перегруз. Мне сейчас не до нападения, но... А, тут. Смотри, живчик. Ладно, а чё ты забрался-то на пуст? Пуст как лестница. Долгая загрузка. Почему так далеко, я понять не могу. Вот же. Вообще не туда иду.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to town.
I'm a few kegs short myself, and once I run out, my rate...
God be with...
There's something I need from you, Father Godwin.
Is there, my son? How can I help?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Talmberg, and no one to make the sign of the cross on their foreheads.
Has someone requested my services?
Sir Divish himself.
Well, 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 Sir Divish sends for me, and you're doing the asking, young Hal. How could I refuse? I'll go there right away.
За дегтем скажу, чтобы он послал. Сразу мы, видите, как много вопросов закрыли. Это что за хрень? Ну, это я тупану. Прошу прощения. Тут же осада, типа сейчас событие такое, поэтому они тут крадутся вокруг.
Jesus Christ.
I brought you some meat.
Stack it over.
That's the lot.
Good. Well, thanks very much. And when you've got more, feel free to stop by. You won't be unwelcome.
I've arranged some beer for you from the local tavern.
You're a proper treasure, you are. I'm gonna put a word in about how well you look at...
О, красноречие вкачал.
The charcoal burners nearby have some stocks of pitch they'll let us
И
have.
достижение Барт открыт.
That's handy. So Rubard will be pleased. What little we had left was run...
Well, you can stop worrying.
Good. I'll get some...
Так, ну что, сократилось там? Ну-ка, красноречие это. Блин, это последний уровень. Не знаю, эмпатию надо возьму. Правда, не понимаю, что за характеристики, но пусть будет эмпатия. Напишите в комментах, если я ошибся. Впрочем, я уже не перекачаюсь, но... Сотник Бернард что-то вообще заглючил конкретно. Я к нему сейчас съезжу.
How are you?
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. so they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man, simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. And when they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
И чё, а остальные все варианты пропали что-то. Ну-ка, сейчас я запишу точно. Ну, травника просто по карте, я сейчас посмотрю, где-то тут рядом должен был быть. Я, наверное, просмотрел где-то здесь. Ну вот травник какой-то. Еще в Ужице была травница же. Вот эта женщина, видимо. Только что-то я ее не вижу по карте, где она. Она пропала, что ли? Ладно, давайте вновь. Странно, травница пропала в этом... в Ужице. Может быть, из-за того, что я ей сообщил, типа, что мне пришлось лесорубов прикончить. Хотя это было не лесорубы, это были какие-то разбойники, на них куда наводят. Они этих баб в квесте про танцы с демонами, или как там пытались убить. Типа, как ведьм. Я их убил, чтобы баб спасти этих. Может, поэтому типа травница там решила не быть травницей. Сломалась. Мне кажется, надо SSD жесткий диск купить, на него игру поставить, чтобы вот эти загрузки были мгновенными. Мне кажется, тут чисто жесткий диск решает.
What is it?
Напишите в комментах, если кто-то или знакомый у кого-то, или кто-то сам на SSD пробовал игру ставить. Вот загрузки такие же долгие, как у меня, или быстрее. Если уж напишите, тогда, если знаете, напишите всю конфигурацию, ну, которую знаете, то есть процессор, видеокарту. И какой именно жесткий диск, если можете тоже, ну, то есть, какой SSD-шный. Так, вот. Только, пожалуйста, чтобы не я это готовил. Иначе сейчас в Google буду, ненавижу готовить.
I do know of a concoction to ward off sleep.
But I need enough for it.
I can't help you with that. You'll have to brew up a bit at a time.
No, I need someone who will...
I'm sorry, but I'm not a miracle.
I need some...
I do know...
Блин, ну
That'll be very helpful.
Петушок. Рецепт называется. Ты уже знаешь этот рецепт. Блин, 60 бокалов. Охереть. Ну-ка, у нее его можно купить? Может, к аптекарю, врата? А в лошади у меня есть? Вот зелье петушок, да, есть. Целых 7 штук. Ну, знаешь, осталось 53 куб. Хорошая новость. Конечно, я не уложу сейчас в один день, наверное, аптекарь еще уйдет. Вот им надо как-то с этим перемещением что-то придумать, чтобы можно было не... Ну, где-то вот посередине города, например, остановиться. Не знаю, какой смысл в этих точках быстрого перехода? Что там, игра может вся прям заруиниться или что? Если сделать вот любую точку, я могу переместиться мгновенно. И все, что, проблемы-то какие? Зачем эти точки, как порталы какие-то, я не знаю. Какая разница, что они дают?
Good day.
Мало. Ну хоть что. Что там еще-то мне, что-то мне еще требует? Лек. Ну ладно, давайте посмотрим, как готовится это зелье. Одна валерьяна, 2 мят. Подожди, а что там? Так, измельчить мят. Что там мята и что еще? Валерьян. Так, а куда их класть, я уже забыл. Почему они не кладут сюда? А, вот, наверное. Так, сколько? Одна валерьяна и 2 мяты. Измельчить... измельчить мясо. Блин, 2 мяты надо. Поэтому ненавижу всю эту хрень. Интересно, сколько? Я просто хочу один раз хотя бы скрафтить и посмотреть, сколько петушка получится. Может, там не один получится, а 10, скажем, зелий. Тогда все круто. А если это только одно зелье, я столько делаю, тогда, конечно, так, кипятим мяту в течение 1 оборота. Добавь валерьяну и кипяти в течение 2. А как его дистиллировать? Очистить, что ли? Как мне через дистиллятор? Да подожди. Капец, блин. Идите вы нафиг. Со своими крафтами долларами. Я просто не люблю... в Ведьмаке я тоже не занималась вот этим крафтом. Поэтому я туплю жестко. Извиняюсь, что... Так, все, у меня персонаж засыпает.
Good day, Henry.
Неужели у меня сейчас энергия даже полностью не восстановится? Интересно. Нет, вроде остановит. Вау, корчмаря не продается этой хрень.
I'm honored.
Are there any...
Nothing I've heard about.
I'll have a beer.
Do you happen to know the where...
And what do you want from me? Never mind. What do I care? It's the big...
Так, секунду.
I hope they live soon.
I've come to ask...
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing...
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things...
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000...
Ну-ка, у него. Так, а чё этот-то пропал? понял, Конрад здесь, что ли, где-то?
God Almighty, is something?
Do you happen...
What do you want? Never mind, what do I...
Do you happen...
Где?
What do... Never mind, what do I care? It's the big
В
house...
большом доме на подворье у монастыря.
Did you see Vasher?
I'm on it.
Do you happen to know...
What? That old fool? The one who spends his time poring over old books instead of at the tavern? He's old.
Do you have...
And what? What?
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Another one that's going to be taking food out of our mouths.
Do you have...
And what? What? That...
Now, anyway.
My God, what?
Do you have...
What do you want? Never mind.
Подворье это снаружи, что ли? Короче, я просто погуглю сейчас. Причем там в прохождении он показывает, что он здесь находится. Мне не показывает.
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here? Go be with you.
Is this where Conrad...
Indeed.
World renowned?
If not yet, then soon. Our Master Кейзер is a mastermind. You wouldn't believe the things he comes up with.
I need to speak to...
Oh, really?
Tobias Feyfar has sent me. He's asking Master Conrad for help with the siege of Talmud.
Must be important then. Go in. Here's the key.
Good day to you.
Я надеюсь, тут не какой-то глюк, потому что его нету. Да, наверное, вот здесь ролик сейчас.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startle me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir, Tobias Feyfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Feyfar? Tobias Feyfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Feyfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettelern Castle.
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So, you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis. A great book of war machines and weapons. My opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word I'd help with the building of the monastery here. And my word is my bond. I have no intention of sneaking away like some criminal.
Who do you work for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes, what are you thinking?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realise that, but Sassa Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do. You really can't come with me?
Damn. I'd like to rain some boulders on those. Look here, I don't...
У меня поручение уже есть. Вот. Ну-ка, а может в кости его реально можно отдать? Подождите, я запишу.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Да, я знаю, что я мог бы просто ему поручение передать, но мне интересно еще, как можно пройти.
I need some help from Master Conrad.
Then go and talk to him.
The thing is, he's already agreed, but he'd have to go to Talmberg.
I can't consent to that. He signed a contract for building the monastery, and we pay him a pile of coin for him.
But the conquest of Talmberg...
From what I hear, it's awfully important first and foremost for your lord. Anyway, I take my orders directly from the app.
Conrad would only have to leave for a few days. Surely you can manage without him for a short while.
We might. If I've given my answer. No. He stays here and...
Supposing I compensated you for his brief absence, perhaps with some coin?
What use would coin be to me if the monastery roof collapses?
Thank you for your...
You're welcome.
May God reward you in... I hear you like to play...
Always.
Может быть, реально с ним сыграть, типа? Круто.
That's it. Damn.
Here, just as you ordered. Here, enjoy it.
Those were my last goddamn groschen.
All the best. G'day, Henry.
My pleasure.
Look on the bright side. They'll be safer in my hands.
Bastard!
Cheers.
Are you sure you won't release Conrad? You won't be gone long?
Not a chance.
Well, anyway, I've heard it said there's not enough money to finish the construction. So, I thought as a love...
How the hell...
That's neither here nor there. The important thing is to let...
How much will you... Very well, then.
It's been a pleasure doing...
Напишите, кто проходил, если вы проходили через подделку бумаги, там что-то прям совсем другое или то же самое все.
What? Who is... Carol said you could...
Leave? I can't even set foot...
Please, calm down and tell me what's going on.
They're after me.
Who? Who's after you?
Sigismund's people, of course.
Why would they be after you?
Because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nicopolis. Now he's decided to pay me back. What am I to do?
What makes you think someone's after you?
When I was on my way to Sassau, I saw Baron Pekar in Kostolitz. He was with Sigismund on the crusade, as was I. Now I've been told he was seen at the local tavern. And a stranger's been creeping around the gardens here late at night. My God, there are signs someone was trying to force the door. They're after me, Henry. The Lord preserve me. They want to kill me.
Take it easy. If someone's after you, I'll see to it. I'll have a sniff around the town or lie in wait for him.
I don't know. What if he sneaks?
He won't, I promise. I'll hide in the garden, and if anyone starts...
You will, won't you? Good.
Где, в таверне, что ли, надо уже?
Good day to you.
Would there be a Master Pekar here by any chance?
But of course.
Why's he come here?
Why so
My master's thinking about a trade he proposed. So I'm asking around to see if he can be trusted.
He's a decent man. He pays his debts and he's certainly no cheapskate. They say he trades in cloth.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's easy to spot. If I had clothes like his, I'd sell them and live happier on the taking.
What kind of man is he?
People like him well enough. And as for me, well, half my profits are his doing.
Thank you.
Got it for you right here. Here.
Вот это что?
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
Good day to you.
Would you be Master PEYCHAR?
I would. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Henry, of Skalitz.
And what do you want from me, Henry of Skalitz?
To ask why you've come to Sasau.
An interrogation, then, I see. On business, of course.
And who is it you're doing business with?
Why don't you ask about my mistresses instead? My trade partners are my own private concern.
Stay away from Master Кейзер.
Кейзер?
Certainly.
Conrad Кейзер?
Right away.
Why should I want anything to do with him?
So he doesn't need to worry about you?
Worry? Good Lord, no. Why, we were friends.
Right, that'll be everything.
As the master in...
Here you are. And
Может быть, там не наемный убийца, какая-нибудь фигня и паранойя просто у этого архитектора. Как бы похоже на паранойю, но естественно, когда с королями там имеешь дело, которые злятся на тебя, которым ничего не стоит, особенно в средневековье, приказать там тебя, не знаю, свежевать живым. Конечно, тут будет паранойя поневоле. С одной стороны, его можно понять.
Bloody thing. Blast this lot.
Halt! What are you doing here?
Quiet, for God's sake. You'll wake the whole monastery.
Silence! For God's sake, I caught you in the middle of an assassination attempt.
Assassination? What are you on about?
You told me to my face you were here purely for business, that Master Кейзер had no reason to fear you, and then I catch you sneaking up to his door.
Кейзер? He's living here in the monastery?
Well, yes. Right here in this house. What's your business here?
It's all a terrible mistake. I've a long-standing arrangement with the custodian here, Sir Sebastian von Berg. I supply him with salt and spices, and I've come to realise how he's been cheating me repeatedly. The dispute's been running for a while and still has legs. So I wanted my money back, that's all. I've no quarrel with Conrad.
All right. I suppose I'll have to take your word for it. But stop creeping around here at night and trying to break into the house. Conrad is scared half to death and I need him in his right mind.
Very well. That does sound like Conrad. I'll think up some other plan.
На правду, потому что держатель этого монастыря, он реально мутный. У него отмычки, факел, ключ.
God save you, Henry.
Well, did you...
I did.
And?
You needn't fear. I kept watch the whole night and nothing happened. A few folk passed by, but nobody dangerous.
And what about Pekar? Are you saying he has no malicious intentions?
None. He's just doing some trade with the custodian. That's what brought him to where you were.
Хотя, может быть, я ошибаюсь, напишите в комментах.
If you're sure, but I'd still rather lie low for a while.
Come to Talmberg. You'll be surrounded by a whole garrison there.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that does make sense. Thank you, Henry. I'm in your debt. We'll meet at Talmberg.
Короче, пишут, что квест багованный с зельями, не знаю, получится или нет сделать. Пойду один готовить, это записывать здесь не буду, какие там 2 часа буду их готовить. В общем, пишите в комментах по поводу всего. Спасибо за внимание, извините, где я протупил жестко. Все, ставьте лайки, если не подписаны, подписывайтесь. И действительно ли он хотел убить этого Кейзера или просто такое совпадение?